Today in this video, I'll address suggestions to help you know where to go next for ECR essays that scored a 1 or a 2. So essays that received a score of a 1 or a 2 are really limited in their development. There's something there that addressed the prompt in some way, but it's weak. So these are going to be the 4 questions we ask in order to get specific about our next steps. So the first question would be, did the student attempt to summarize the text? If yes, go to number 3 question. If no, go to the second question. Question number 2, did student attempt to state a claim or central idea? If yes, go to question 4. If no, go to question 3. Number 3, did student cite at least one piece of text evidence? If yes, you're going to go to the blue instructional star. If no, you're going to go to the red. And the last question, did the claim or central idea include at least one reason? Yes will land you on the yellow instructional star. No will be the red one. You'll notice that the instructional recommendations for students who scored a 1 or a 2 are almost identical to those recommendations for students who scored a 0. For essays that landed in the red instructional star column, we're really looking at increasing our score by just a point or 2 on our next ECR through a better developed claim or central idea sentence. Ideally, we would love it if a claim or central idea sentence used words from the prompt to answer the question and had 2 reasons. However, in trying to go from an essay that scores 1 to 2 points, moving from one that might score 2 to 3 points, we're going to start small. So here are 4 options in the red star column for a better or improved claim or central idea from what we had on our previous ECR. 4 options for a claim or central idea sentence based on these red star recommendations would be a global statement, a central idea or claim with one reason, a central idea or claim with one piece of text evidence included, or a claim or central idea sentence with 2 pieces of evidence included. If the essay landed in the yellow star recommendations, focused first on a nice claim or central idea sentence, followed by a conclusion, just like we talked about with essays that scored a 0. Again, the rationale for first teaching the claim or central idea and then teaching the conclusion next is that those 2 pieces closely match. So if we can get one, then show how the other is related, we can work on the middle after. If the essay landed in the blue instructional star column, it's because it was most likely a summary. So summary writing just means they didn't address the prompt. So we need to show them how. So the recommendations here would be to show them in a prompt where the question is located, how we take that to answer the question with our 2 reasons, and then use our 3 parts of an ECR essay to give it a structure. So follow those recommendations, including the activity, the keep, cut, and add, where you can take the 3 parts of the essay, take their summary, keep the pieces that would work. I have to move them around a little. That's okay. Cut the ones that won't, and then look at what we need to add. We also want to make sure we're realistic. Students who scored a 1 or a 2 and landed in the red or the yellow instructional star columns, they still have a long way to go. So we're not trying to get everybody to score a 10 right now. We're trying to get a couple more points that we can build on. Also, if the student does have an accommodation on STAAR where the questions can be read aloud, please make sure to address that with them, show them how to use that within an ECR question, because that whole question box can be read to them, paying closest attention to the second sentence, which will read them the prompt. So those are my recommendations of where to go next for the essays that scored a 1 or 2. Remember, by focusing on one thing at a time and being consistent with it, kids can definitely improve their score on their next ECR essay.